Welcome to the Halfarsed Heresy. This is a bit of a half-arsed video. So I would do a new video. It is a Halfarsed Heresy, but I've moved over here for more space. With the great news that they're releasing a Lionel Johnson model, I've decided to do issue 65 of Conquest in the old school Dark Angels colours. So I thought I'd do a quick video. It won't be up to my usual less than high standards, but as always, do a bespoke base using the old pound shop sticky bases that I use. Drill some holes in for some bullets. I'm going to do a broken panel, some skulls and earth down there, and rust that edge, and he'll just be standing on there like that. Also, I went through my spares box and picked up some little bits and bobs to add to the Dark Angelness of him. So that's where we're up to now. Again, forgive the half-arsedness of this video, but in lockdown I've just been sitting making stuff for a week now, so excuse the mess. As always, a heavy covering of lead belcher. Make sure you cover anything you're going to use with the grelin earth. Put brown underneath. If you don't, it doesn't work very well because the cracks show through as black, so make sure you undercoat it some sort of brown. I'll be null oiling it quite heavily after this, and then I'll be adding a rust effect across the edges and around the bullet holes. Heavy coat of a null oil, and then a very slight amount of astro granite where the tear is. It sounds silly, but every one of those little beads of grit will add to the rust effect later on. Well worth doing. So the rusting's done. As usual, I use Tamiya orange and a really old brown that I picked up from a car boot sale. I only use them because I don't want to use my main paints just to do rust. I've added the grelin earth to add the cracked surface of some ancient planet or something. If you look at the trusty Allen's base, it's going to be similar to that. I'm not going to put stones on. I'll lob a couple of skulls on, maybe some grass. I actually prefer that look. That turned out better. I don't know why. I think this one I might have overdone it a bit. I might try and tidy it up a little bit, but that base is pretty much done apart from the skulls. Hopefully I'll look something like that, and then we'll move on to Matey Boy adding to it. Here we are, nearly done, just waiting for the paint on the bolter to dry and the last dregs of the grelin earth. Not going to lie, I struggled with the black armour. I've not painted black armour before. I made a mistake straight away after asking for advice. Apparently you should undercoat grey and build the black up. I undercoated black and tried to work back from that. I dry brushed with Mechanicus grey. I think it worked a little bit. I had to do a lot of repair work after putting on null oil as well. It left sort of smeggy stains on it. I wasn't too happy, but it's okay. Really hard work. I might have a better attempt on my next model, which will be the little 30k dude that come with him. But this time I'll undercoat him grey, as was suggested by someone on the Facebook page. But yeah, he's nearly done. Next part of the video he'll be finished and I'll showcase him. A couple of skulls to go on, a couple of little Dark Angels extras I found from my spares box. But yeah, it was very challenging. I like the model, I like the 30k look of it, but I did struggle with the black armour, so we'll see how it turns out when it's finished. So here we are at the end of the video. I've moved back over to the working area so we can have the Halfarsed Heresy. Alan as always. And here is the finished Terminator Marine from the 30th millennium in Dark Angel colours. What inspired me to do this was the news that we're getting a Lionel Johnson model, which will be awesome. But yeah, this is my first attempt doing black armour. As I said earlier, I struggled with it. How did I do it? Grey primer, Abaddon black, a slight edge dry brush of Mechanicus grey, and then null oil. The null oil kind of worked against it in my opinion. It sort of pooled and it made it look grubby, but I put a little bit extra black on. The red is Mephiston with Wayrider, is it? Wild Rider red edging. And that was it. I struggled with simple colours. I usually use a lot more. So what is that, 6-7 colours max? The cloak was the first time I'd done pure white as well. So I usually use bone, which is more forgiving. That's just white with a thinned out null oil. The base was the usual pound shop gubbins. Decent rust effect there. And that was it, yeah. And obviously the few extra spares from my Dark Angel bits, the angel on the top, the shield on there with the feathers, and a little religious icon thing. If someone knows what it is, let me know. But yeah, that's him. Next on the block will be the guy that came with him in issue 65, was it? An ancient normal marine. Obviously I have to alter him a bit so he isn't ultramarines. And oh, there's Slimex as well. He's on my things to do. Plenty to be doing in the lockdown, so anyone carry on with their miniatures as well. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.